Our guest today, Kristina Wyatt, is Director of Sustainability at Latham Watkins here in Washington, D.C. Kristina and I worked at the SEC way back in the day in the Division of Corporation Finance. She went on to work for an SEC commissioner. She's got her MBA in sustainability. She's a super lawyer, a super person. I'm Brock Romanek. Today on Zippy Point. So Kristina, when we first talked, I was so excited to hear about your involvement in developing a sustainability plan for your own law firm. And I hadn't really thought about that's something that law firms should be doing. So who's involved in developing the plan?
Well, to begin with, maybe I'll just give you a little background on sort of the structure of the program. We built a program that has 3 pillars and is deliberately designed to be integrated across everything that we do at Latham. And the 3 pillars are operations, where we're fundamentally focused on reducing the environmental impact of our operations across the board, from our buildings to our travel, to the technology that we deploy, to how we engage with our people, to procurement and other areas. And that's fundamentally a shrinking exercise where we're trying to reduce the environmental impact of our operations. The other 2 pillars are our pro bono practice focused on environmental sustainability, and our commercial practice, our commercial ESG practice. And these really look to how we can help our pro bono clients and our commercial clients to meet their sustainability goals. And that is fundamentally a growth exercise, in that the potential that we have to have a positive impact is fundamentally unbounded. And so together, these 3 pillars define the impact that we're able to have. And because the program cuts across these different parts of the firm, our leadership group also cuts across different parts of the firm, including our administrative teams, our pro bono practice, and our commercial practice. And so it's sort of a long way of saying we have a diverse group. It's led by a steering group that includes leaders from each of these different areas. And then in turn, we report up to the firm's executive committee.
And I know it's so hard, or maybe it's not so hard, to get buy-in originally from the folks that are in power in the law firm. And then how do you get also buy-in once the plan is implemented from all those that need to participate in it?
Yeah, well, we're really fortunate that we have strong support from firm leadership, and that's just the starting point. We've had strong support from the beginning, and at the senior leadership level, our Chief Operating Officer, Leanne Black, really understands the significance of sustainability as something that our employees and prospective employees care about, and that our clients increasingly care about. And it's also a significant business issue. So in that way, it's a commercial opportunity. It's also just consistent with Latham's values. So in that way, it hasn't been all that difficult to make the case for building our sustainability program at Latham.
And then how hard has it been to implement?
Well, it's definitely taken some time. It's not easy to build a sustainability program overnight, so we've had to be patient, and we've had to keep at it. And it's been very much about integrating sustainability through and across our operations and administrative functions, and across our commercial practice. Figuring out how best to identify the key issues, and then basically connecting the dots has been a running theme throughout. And just for example, in the operational realm, we started with our buildings because that was our biggest area of impact and opportunity, both in terms of our environmental impact and also as a cost center. And then we wanted to integrate sustainability across all of our administrative functions. So now we have on our team people from our real estate group, from travel, from technology, human resources. We have a communications lead. We have a large team in operations, as well as procurement and other groups. So for us, it's all about thinking through how to weave sustainability into every group so that it becomes a natural part of how we operate. in the commercial practice, it's similarly been about joining up the work that many lawyers are doing in different practice groups. And we have a great team working on ESG issues that are led by an ESG task force that's headed by a partner in Houston called Ryan Marison, who's the head of our public company representation group, as well as a London partner, Paul Davis, who heads up our environmental practice there. And the task force is a multidisciplinary group that cuts across our industry groups and practice areas and offices with people who are working in ESG in all different capacities across the firm.
It sounds like it's really been integrated into the DNA of the firm and a great endeavor.
That's the idea. It's the goal.
Yeah, thank you.